Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, gentlemen's then getting all up in that nut and cracking it. Okay. And as I rest my eyes for a little while, I'm getting ready to get all the way up into it. And I welcome y'all to join me because this is gonna be so good. I guarantee it. Gentlemen's Den is a channel that if you're not watching, you should be watching. Okay. He puts belt to booty. Okay. And hmm, he's been going hard on the Nolan Wells case. But before that, there was Carmelo Anthony and of course many others. Now, Jeff Metcalf's dad is up to no good. Just like Warren's father. Oof. And Gentleman's Den been calling him out too. Y'all should definitely tune in to his videos. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, hype them videos up, okay? Leave comments and things like that. And make sure your notifications are on because you don't want to miss this, especially if your skin color is like mine. I promise you're going to have a good time every time. Okay, this man, let me fast forward this a little bit. So, Jeff Metcalf's daddy says he want to start a foundation. He want to start a foundation where he mentors children to teach them things like impulse control and stuff like that. And it's like, hello, Anthony. Um, Sir, you don't even have that because he has leashed out several times publicly, okay, in a bad way. And there's no excuse because his son is deceased. Not only that, he's been harassing Carmelo Anthony's family unjustly on social media and in real life, going up to the man's job. Okay, the man didn't have an issue with his son, the man's son did. And the son went right to the coach, led him to the police, and he went to jail, even got convicted. But you know what this guy, Jeff Metcalf, started doing? He immediately started harassing the family, going to his job, having his friends go to his job, and creating all kind of chaos, which had him to resign from his job. Now, Jeff Metcalf and all his people have been complaining about any fundraisers that Carmelo Anthony has had. His family, they have been harassed, they have been threatened, they've had to move, things like that. Plus, they had this legal case, right? So they needed money. Well, they didn't get their hands on that money because these people constantly got them shut down. However, Jeff Metcalf, his wife, and his other son, who started the altercation, by the way, they did an interview the day that that boy was taught a lesson. The same day, her and her son on the news. And then here comes Jeff fronting. He came to a private press conference that Carmelo Anthony's family had because, they had to explain themselves because people saying, oh, they was spending GoFundMe money and buying cars and houses and things like that. Maybe they needed to, but guess what? They didn't. They didn't even have their hands on that money. The GoFundMe was shut down, but they are a family of wealth. And these are things that they had previously already had, right? But they was just getting trashed and lied on and everything, so they held a press conference, right? He showed up, standing in the back looking mad, didn't say nothing to nobody, was asked to leave several times, and then the police had to escort him out. He went to mainstream media and said, oh, I just came to pray with the family, but he did not say that he's been praying on the family. He's been harassing the family. It's all on Facebook publicly. He's been arguing with the family, coming to their Facebook pages. I almost cussed. Messing with them, Carmelo Anthony was receiving his high school diploma while in jail. This guy was going down there to the school district and cutting a fuss and demanding they don't let him graduate and all that kind of stuff. Now my hair wrapped up, y'all. I'm getting ready to lay it down and rest my eyes. I'm just here red. I'm tired. Hmm. But this is gonna be nice to listen to, and I want y'all to join me. Jeff Metcalf is full of crap. I know y'all heard about his speech when he went on TikTok and did that interview and was like 3 hours long of him ranting and raving and saying all kind of racist stereotypes about us folk. Okay, he said some nasty things, including calling Carmelo watermelon fella. But to this day, he is trying to play like he's a good guy, and he is such a victim. And he been causing chaos, just like his son. Excuse me, his sons, both of them, the twins. Thank you, Anthony. Um, his sons were the ones who came and attacked Carmelo Anthony, tried to forcibly make him move from a public school event bench. And that's how he ended up hurt. But hold on to that, because I don't even think Carmelo was the one who put the dagger in that boy's heart. I really don't. But that's for another day. Now, Jeff Metcalf and his wife been all on TikTok, getting on panels, on YouTube, getting on panels and stuff, and they've been doing a lot of talking and everything. And the mom has been telling how her sons are troublemakers. People have been complaining. Cheerleaders have been complaining. They have told the cheerleaders that their hands is bisexual. You know what that means? That means I hit a male and I hit a what? A female. Cussed out the cheerleaders because they was losing a football game, calling them all kind of fat bees and things like that, and threatening them. They got suspended. They weren't supposed to come to the game because they always walk off and leave. In fact, the day they cussed out the cheerleaders, the one that's deceased, Austin, he got mad because the team wasn't winning. And he threw a fit, him and his brother. They attacked the cheerleaders, verbally, of course. And Austin walked off and wouldn't even finish the game. Now, the coach was mad at him because he does that quite often. And he testified in court about that, how he told Austin off and said he didn't want him around until he got himself together. But he said we gave him a good scolding, right? But for some reason, at the last minute, he allowed him to come to the track meet. And that's how he was there. But you know what they did? They lied and said Carmelo was the one who's supposed to be suspended from school. Mm. So many lies. Now, the mama's been on there on TikTok and all that, and she's been on there with chatting with her friends or whoever. And she been talking about how her children's are hotheads and they've been in trouble for this and been in trouble for that. They was also arrested for racist graffiti. Hmm. Yeah, they bullied their friends. They bully a lot of children, and a lot of the children that actually testified in court actually told the police that they are frightened of those twins. Now, the daddy being on a podcast got mad because the people he was talking to was a black man and a black woman. They didn't agree with his stance because he tried to say that his son only touched Carmelo, and that didn't justify what Carmelo allegedly did to him, right? And the man said, I don't agree with you. He just went off on him and said, next. So the lady said, you are, uh, she got him rude or something. And he said, mm, he's going to play it. But since I'm doing good, I'll try and repeat it. Mm. He said, F off you. Something I can't say it how he said it, but he said in loving be, and he said some it was said with hate and it was racist. And the shit didn't even make no sense. Okay? I mean, he called her Nigger lover. Maybe because she was saying that because the way he fussed at the dude and the dude was black. I don't know, but it just flowed out his mouth with such vengeance. He don't care. He don't have no problem. But now he's trying to say he has a foundation. Oh, not to mention they had all kind of GoFundMe's that they got the money from. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I believe Jeff Metcalf is on his third GoFundMe and they are flooding it with money. Now, we have not collectively got together and shut down their GoFundMe's. Mm-mm. They done came up big off this situation. But Jeff Metcalf is saying he wants to start a foundation for children to teach them impulse control and things like that. And that's like you didn't even teach that to your own sons because rumor has it, that Austin had to beat Jeff ass. Remember when this first happened and he had a cast on his arm? Rumor has it he had to beat Jeff ass because the mama can't stand Jeff because apparently he's a nasty dude, nasty husband. He got a drinking problem and he be beating on his ex-wife. That's what they say. But he got some kind of coon or Sambo sitting here with him. And we know how he feel about us. And this dude is sitting next to him anyway, trying to be a part of this foundation. I'm gonna show it to you real quick before I press play. I got it because my camera's covered up. There you go. That's Jeff. Yeah, that's him. Looking like he about 80 years old. And this the coon right here. And let's press play. Let's see what's going on there. Let's see what I go. If you want to be honest, I've been waiting to get to you. That's Gentleman's Den right there. Chocolate drop. Look at that. Salute to the family. Salute to the team. Ain't nothing like some chocolate. And yes, we will have a live stream this evening. Absolutely. We would definitely have a live stream this evening. But I wanted to make sure that I hop on this morning because Jeff Metcalf think that he's about to get away with what he doing, family. Jeff Metcalf think that we forgot about him. Ever since that affidavit dropped, we haven't heard from Jeff Metcalf. He hasn't addressed any of the allegations on Austin and Hunter Metcalf violent and bullying behavior. All of a sudden, you want to pop out with a foundation. Okay, Jeff, let's address that. Let's address that. Good morning to the family. Salute to the team. Salute to our host. I'm fast forward past the introduction. Showing like always, salute to my brother Nate Daniel coming in the building. Seeing right there. Salute, bro. Salute. So let's go a little bit so he gets started. Is going to build his credibility back up to the mainstream media to black people. It's not going to work. This is the oldest trick in the book, family. When white people get exposed for being racist, right? Because Jeff has already been exposed for being racist. Now let me lay it down. Go out here and get a sample. They go out here and stay with me, y'all. Let's listen now. Yeah, I'm gonna sit next to the black person because this is gonna make me look good to the black community. I'm gonna go out here and get a black face because this is gonna make me look good to the community. Once you say Nigger, it's over with, baby. Absolutely not, sir. This actually make you look even worse. And I'm glad you're looking forward because you've been in hiding, sir. You've been hiding. It's time to address the lies that you told on social media. It's time to address it. Salute to the family. Salute to the team. Let's see. And let's add more pictures. Bro, it's that racism. It's the only picture I have up there. Would age you. You guys already know that they age like milk. And that's another reason why they jealous of us. Can I get some? Age like fine wine. I sure do. Salute to the team. Salute to the family. I'll be 50 in October. To the content. To AW1 coming in with the $2 super chat. The oldest
Racist bozo is at it again.
I can't
He's at it again, AW. And he brought a Sambo
see
along
what
with
these
him
buttons are.
in this cooking session that we're about to have on this morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is the oldest trick
Y'all
in the
bear
book.
with me now, cause I'm gonna
Sambo to try
try to
to
get a picture up.
for the public is not going to work. You can be surrounded by black people. That's not going to work. Let's get it, family. Let's go.
All right, guys. My name's Jeff Metcalf. I am Austin Metcalf's father, Hunter Metcalf's father. We're here to announce a great thing that's going to happen. We're going to change the world. We're going to save lives.
Why you didn't save your son's life? The most important life that you should have saved was your son. If you was there to raise him and teach him how to be a upstanding young man like Carmelo Anthony, maybe your son would still be here. Shout out to my boy Nathaniel coming in with the.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. A second.
Bisexual. He have no problem with will still be here. Shout out to my boy Nathaniel.
Okay.
My name's Jeff Metcalf. I am Austin Metcalf's father, also Hunter Metcalf's father. We're here today to announce a great thing that's going to happen. We're going to change the world. We're going to save lives.
No, you're not.
Why you didn't save your son's life? The most important life that you should have saved was your son. If you was there to raise him and teach him how to be a upstanding young man like Carmelo Anthony, maybe
Get
your
him
son
chocolate. Get him chocolate drop.
coming in with super check. Good morning to you
Get
and
him
the family.
chocolate
Good morning to
drop.
you, bro.
Get him chocolate
Shout out to the
drop.
family. Shout out to the team. We are here, family. While you guys coming on in, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen.
Hit it.
Shout out to you, Nathan. Thank you so much.
We're starting.
I'm gonna rest good listening to this. So proud of him putting that work in.
The youth and the parents,
Impulse
control,
conflict,
You hear that?
solution, and
So he said he's going to teach children
Uh-uh.
impulse control, how to control their emotions, de-escalation. Why you didn't teach that to your son?
Why?
That's my question to you, Jeff Metcalf.
Why?
Why you didn't raise your son to have impulse control? And to be honest, family, this guy needs to stay far away from children. You would be a fool to hand your children off to this guy. To this guy. That son was around the school. A son that said
Jeff Metcalf. Still up to no good. Listen to this. Can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear gentleman sing?
He have no problems with putting his hands on women and men. He has no problem with that. But this guy here, who lost a son for not having impulse control because his sons was degenerates, racist bastards.
Yeah, it has been a while. I ain't been on here really either.
Your children how to have impulse control.
This photo here, this image live about this too. Cause I gotta put belt to ass to somebody for trying to change the truth.
I'm gonna try to figure something out, family. Give me a second.
Yeah. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna fix it? Well,
hopefully you can hear.
It's God driven. And God has given me my purpose to honor my son's life as long as I'm here on this earth. And hopefully after I'm gone, his legacy will continue and his foundation will grow and help more people.
Is that good, family? Let me know if they're good. If y'all can hear that clearly, y'all let me know, family.
Great backbone. That's what I'm hoping for. I truly believe if we're coming from a true purpose of our heart, I don't think we're going to fail. I think that many kids and even adults in today's world are not prepared to deal with conflicts or how to get out of a conflict, how to walk away, how to say no.
I know what you mean.
Out of it.
And let me say this.
Also, that's a jab at Carmelo Anthony. How to keep yourself.
Once I get finished getting this info together, on this and getting this info I want to talk about with y'all on this and calling out the pale person that's trying to change the story, lying on the true story about Emmett Till. Um, I'm gonna do the live because see what they want is for those that are much younger than us who, they don't get all these stories and information like we do, and they don't go looking for them. It's kind of hard for them to really understand how these people really are. You see how many of them have been hung just this year. You see that they're going out with these people thinking that these people can really be their friends. They thinking it's really safe and all that kind of stuff. See, it leaves them at a disadvantage, because they're too trusting. And then they end up being the only ones, you know, and they take them out. They take them out. But that happened to Emmett Till was so horrible. So horrible. And you got people out here actively trying to lie and change the stories about what's going on. And I caught him. Okay. Not that he was hiding, he was out here. But, our people don't pay attention to a lot of stuff. But we sure gonna correct that. And I'm gonna make sure I do that real, real soon. But I do need to get a little bit of rest right now, and I got tons of things to do. But I want to listen to this because he getting at Jeff Metcalf as he should, and I'm glad that this brother got the time and the energy because there's so many things I want to talk about. I'm definitely gonna start a series where not only am I going over things that they have done, going over things that they're trying to do now and are doing now, and going over their crimes, their sick and twisted crimes. And hopefully, I'll be going just as hard as he will once I get that balance together. But I'm gonna be working another account starting tomorrow for the next week. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit much. Okay. Plus I'll be turning 50 in October, so I'm trying to get myself together in the meantime between time. And you can't do that without sleep. Can't do that without sleep. I can be so sleepy while I'm driving. So sleepy. Fighting it, fighting it, fighting it. And then I get parked and it's like, ooh, I can stay up all night long most of the time. But I gotta get some rest. And then later on tonight, hopefully I can do all kind of things. I got all kind of things going on in my head, but we'll see what gets done. I just got to prioritize them. Number one is my workout. And I need to do my nails. I need to clean my truck. I got some sewing I want to do. I got some videos to put together. I got this, that, and the third. But hopefully, by me going over this video that he's doing right now, bringing this to y'all attention, especially if you don't know about Gentleman's Den, you can tune in to him every day. Every day, he is staying hot on their tail because they are up to no good. Okay, they want to do what they want to do, which is hurt and get rid of us and get away with it. And we got to be active. We got to find ways to be active. See, if we're in our rightful place and we had everything we supposed to have, it wouldn't be no need for this because they either not be here or they'd be where they supposed to be. And we wouldn't have to worry about working, paying rent, and all that stuff. Dealing with none of these things we dealing with. But that's the position. And we gotta change it. We have to. Because their goal is to get rid of us. And if y'all ain't been paying attention, they definitely focusing on the males, especially the ones that are in their late teens and who has a promising future. The way they see it, they can't let these youths go on. Okay. So, and there also been some hangings I want to discuss that took place with two of our girls. One was 16 and one was 18. And this phone don't never start. This phone don't never start overheating until I get to live streaming about this. I can do anything. I can have conference calls, do all kind of stuff. But when I get to talking about, these things, then all of a sudden my phone went overheat. Hold on. So being that I keep having these complications, let me go ahead and let him get put belt to ass as he should. I might have to get that connected. Um, bye bye bye. Yeah, saying no connection. It should be automatically connected. I'm going to have the AC on. I might have to pull out a sheet or a blanket because I'll be
Okay, Jeff. Let's address that. Let's address that. Good morning to the family. Salute to the team. Salute to my bro.
okay. This is Austin Metcalf's daddy.
And you.
Trust me, y'all gonna want to hear this.
Is going to build his credit back up to the mainstream media to black people. It's not going to work. This is the oldest trick in the book, family. When white people get exposed for being racist, right? Because Jeff has already been exposed for being racist.
Mm-hmm.
To try to clean up their image, they go out here and get a Sambo. They go out here and get a black person.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit next to the black person because this is gonna make me look good to the black community.
Turn this up some more.
Because this is going to make me look good to the community. This not gonna work.
When I be blasting this type of content, because that's how I like to listen to my stuff through the speakers and loud, even though I got one blown speaker already. I be on my own different customers. Hey, you got a problem with it? I don't give no fuck, man. Hey, I want my shit back.
Jeff,
All
absolutely,
right, y'all.
sir. This should make you look even worse. And
Get back here with an AC blare.
I'm hiding, and it's time to address the lies that you told on social media. It's time to address it.
Yep.
Salute to the family. Salute to the team. And Levy said, "Did he age again?" No, that's that racism.
Straps up here.
That hate would age you.
Yoga and stretching.
You guys already know that they age like milk. And that's another reason why they jealous of us. Because we age like fine wine.
Yes.
Salute to the team. Salute to the family. Let's get into the content, family. Shout out to AW1 coming in with the $2 super chat. The oldest.
I got a story time for y'all, but I don't want to interrupt him. I'm gonna let him cook for a while.
Oh, Sambo along with him on this cooking session that we're about to have on this morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
He be cooking too. He be cooking.
And getting a Sambo to try to gain you some type of sympathy for the public.
He be cooking.
Going to work. You can be surrounded by black people. That's not going to work. Let's get it, family. Let's go.
Let's go.
I am Austin Metcalf's father.
It's not loud enough. Hold up. Gotta get up again. Dang.
We're gonna change the world. We're gonna save lives.
Shit.
Why you didn't save your son's life? The most important life that you should have saved was your son. If you was there to raise him and teach him how to be an upstanding young man like Carmelo Anthony, maybe your son would still be here.
Maybe.
Shout out to my boy Nathaniel coming in with the $2 super chat. Good morning to you and the family. Good morning to you, bro. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. We are here, family. While you guys coming on in, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you, Nathaniel. Thank you so much.
We're starting Austin Metcalf Foundation. It's going to help support, and we're going to teach the youth, the parents, impulse control, solution, and de-escalation.
So he said he's going to teach children impulse control, how to control their emotions, de-escalation. Why you didn't teach that to your son?
Yeah, why?
It's my question to you, Jeff Metcalf. Why you didn't raise your son to have impulse control? To be honest, family, this guy needs to stay far away from children.
I agree.
You would be a fool to hand your children off to this guy. To this guy. that son was a known bully around the school. A son that said that his hands are bisexual, right? That's what Hunter said. Hunter said his hands are bisexual. He have no problems with putting his hands on women and men. He has no problem with that.
That's a cold saying.
His son for not having impulse control because his sons was degenerate, racist bastards, and that's why Austin is in the dirt. But he's going to teach your children how to have impulse control.
That is so sexy. When he be going in like that.
This video so low, family. I can't turn it up no more. It's the loudest it can go. I'm gonna try to fix
all the money he got. He should have good audio quality. Jeff Mercalf got a lot of money on the GoFundMe's.
And God has given me my purpose to honor my son's life as long as I'm here on this earth. And hopefully after I'm gone, his legacy will continue and this foundation will grow and help more people.
Is that good, family? Let me know if they're good. If y'all can hear that clearly, y'all let me know, family.
Straight back.
Yeah, about as good as we want to hear.
Truly, since we're coming from a true purpose of our heart, I don't think we're going to fail. I think that
he ain't got no heart.
Kids and adults in today's world are not prepared to deal with conflicts or how to get out of the conflict.
His children aren't
How to walk
or weren't and aren't because one did one alive.
How to keep yourself alive out of incarceration.
Oh, so that's a jab at Carmelo Anthony. How to keep yourself out of incarceration. Jeff, boy, God damn, why are you doing this to yourself, Jeff? Why are you doing this to yourself? You ran off with 600,000. You ran off with hundreds of thousands of dollars in fundraiser money. Why are you doing this to yourself?
Because he know he can keep making money and then be seen as something he not.
Walk away.
Somebody heroic.
We see what your son is capable of. We seen your son bully people. We seen your son verbally abuse cheerleaders. We seen your son verbally abuse his mother on live television on Fox News.
Oh, what a hush.
How are you, sir, is going to teach children how to do anything when you failed your boys? You are not a representation of a good father, of a good man. Jeff, you are a racist piece of shit. You are responsible for your son's death. And bringing this Sambo with you on this press conference, family, I don't know why they still running this play. Bringing a black person on.
Because it works.
Why they try to ask for forgiveness.
For a lot of our people,
that's not going to work. Hang that up. This guy look like he drunk out of his goddamn mind. He can't even keep his eyes open. He just sitting there like, God damn, I gotta sit here with this goddamn idiot, right? I gotta be the black face for this goddamn racist.
Nothing good comes about if you don't have these skills.
Some of our people want attention, money, acceptance, praise so bad they'll do anything.
Bruce, Dr. Carter here, Bruce Carter. He sits on the board. He's also a community director.
He's shaking
on the board.
Fam, look how he's shaking. He's so nervous because this is not genuine. This is another grift. While they was talking about Carmelo Anthony's family is grifting and they looking for a come up, that's what he's doing. He made millions of dollars off fundraising off his son. You don't hear Sambo's talking about him looking for a come up, him grifting, him scamming.
We also are going to reach out. We're doing speaking engagements. We're going to do
What are you going to do? Call people niggas?
Off, and we're going to actually
no, it's not
improve our living in our society. Built that way.
No, you're not.
First
of all, I am on the board, but I want to let people know why I'm on the board.
Yeah, tell us why.
I met Jeff at a press conference a little over a year ago.
He got kicked out.
He had lost a son, and one of my good friends in the media told me who he was. Shortly after, he got escorted out. So I walked out with him and said, "Hey, this is who I am. I'm a father. You have my condolences."
Why would you run behind him?
The night he called me because his house got swatted, and we talked. And we talked, and he cried on the phone many nights.
I don't believe his house got flooded.
After the trial, we talked, and I asked him, "What is he gonna do?" He didn't know. Oh, it's
I love it. I love it. I love it.
You know, their house getting swatted. Why y'all won't release the 911 dispatch call? What proof that y'all house got swatted? I don't believe nothing that Jeff Metcalf have to say. You talking about you walking on Jeff after he was escorted out of the press conference after lying like he want to bridge the gap with the Carmelo Anthony family and he want to pray with the family. You want to pray with the family after coming out saying this shit.
And smart. If someone touches your arm, does that justify you standing? No. In a hostage situation where someone got something in listen, no, I'm asking you a question. That's not the situation. Yes, it is. No,
Listen.
yeah. That's justifying. Oh, sorry, man. I'm done. Fuck off. Next man, you fuck off. Yeah, you would do shit. Why don't you don't fuck yeah, that man, you're a racist ass prick. You're a fucking whore loving bitch.
Yeah, sir, that's the man that you are sitting next to. The man that look at you like you're less than him. The man that's around here calling black people the N-word, saying that they enslaved us.
He gonna sit
next to. But you don't look like you is an intelligent gentleman. You look like you drunk out of your mind. It look like you, sir. Ain't nobody family. Ain't nobody following.
I'm gonna start a foundation, and I want you to help me get it started. And so happened that day I was on Preston Hayden and Frisco. And the closer I got, the more we talked, we ended up meeting at Hutchins. I stayed with him for 4 hours, telling him what he needed, the people he needed, how it worked. And in that 4 hours, I seen him cry about an hour and a half in 4 hours. And as he formed his board, I had him and 2 people, and then he wanted Hunter on the board. I told him he had to have a 5th person. He had to have someone he trusts because the 5th person could really derail the nonprofit. He asked me to be on the board. And I sit there for a minute and I said, listen, we need to be clear. I don't have a problem being on your board because I do what you're trying to do. I said, but I here's my firm stance. I don't believe Carmelo Anthony should have got 35 years. I thought he got convicted of voluntary manslaughter. And that's not going to change. And he said,
oh, look at Jeff Metcalf face right there. Jeff didn't want to hear that shit. Jeff did not want to hear that this guy believed that Carmelo Anthony should have got
want to be sitting next to that black man.
Not served 35 years. Jeff Metcalf is burning inside right now, family. He don't want to hear that shit. But he has to do this, right? He has to have a Sambo next to him because of all those racist videos that he published to the internet. It's going to make him look good by sitting down with this black Sambo right here.
I'm okay with that. I believe that help me get this found. Carmelo Anthony should have got 35 years. I thought he would have got convicted of voluntary manslaughter. And that's not going to change. And he said, I'm okay with that. I believe you can help mentor me, help me get this.
Like, what's that? You what? Tell you what you want to hear?
In the last 14 days, have everything professionally done. I explained to him I thought the magnitude that he wanted it to be, that we should put together a manual on how to govern since he didn't know how to do it. And he's done everything I've asked him to do.
Why he couldn't go to white people to help him?
It's who I am. It's who you are.
We know, we see.
Do everything I can to push kids to the next level of life. I don't work with people.
You don't help our children by teaching them to trust their enemies.
What's your purpose
working with the enemies?
You said you don't work with people based on skin color, but you work with people based on purpose. So I have to ask you, what is your purpose of working with Jeff Metcalf?
Because we know what Jeff's purpose is, and it ain't got nothing good for us.
I'm pretty sure you have some type of brain cells up there under that cowboy hat and realizing that you are being used for your black face. Because I'm pretty sure you think you said on the internet about black people, about Carmelo Anthony, about Carmelo Anthony's mother and father.
Same thing Master's been doing.
Work with people on purpose.
Having slaves do all the work, he take all the credit.
Staying true to his purpose, I'll be on the board. I'll push it. I'll do everything I can because, like I said, when I wake up tomorrow without a Austin Metcalf Foundation,
I'm doing resistance bands work on my hips and legs.
I said my kids, and a lot of it we
Got hanging from his top. So while I'm laying down, I'm doing work.
Aaron.
Yeah, that's what Carmelo Anthony did. Carmelo Anthony didn't back down. He didn't allow Jeff Metcalf's sons to bully him, and he made sure that Austin Metcalf would never see the day of light again. That's what Carmelo Anthony did, sir.
Good job, Melo.
Free Carmelo Anthony.
They break your bones. The words hurt. Shoot buildings. Words called.
No, that's what the white boys do.
So we have to change that. And I'm hoping that the people that support
They white daddies got to change.
That they'll support this foundation so we can go out and do some of the work.
They'll probably be touching on them and shit.
Support him how? Support him for what? So you mean to tell me you individuals is about to hand over your children to this man that don't have a track record?
Hell, they was gonna give him the Umar.
Great father, a man that got a track record of calling black people the N-word, a man that got a track record of going to jail, a man that got a track record of sons that bully people, a man that got a track record of sons.
He's been trying to ruin Carmelo Anthony's family life ever since this happened.
That's who you want to sit up here and represent, sir.
We gotta make sure we know the name of this.
You're gonna change a lot.
Sambo.
He has a story that if he does it
I
correctly,
get in a minute. I don't feel like getting out.
his son, and that's what he can come from. And other than that, we're done. We want America to know that it's out, and I wanted people to know how we decided to work together and what terms we worked on it, but why we can be successful.
All the white people gonna support him.
Today, so we've had a chance to really be with each other. And I told Joe
he ate it.
We have some similarities.
He's not only the F-bomb man, he also the N-word man.
Yeah, Brett Metcalf, you're a racist ass prick. Fucking nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, he's not only the F-bomb man.
Every time he say that, it's like
the N-bomb man. Yeah,
bro, where does that come from?
Because we want to clout chase off this situation as well.
We have some differences. But at the end of the day, I got one cause, and that's to give these young people, wherever
steer them in the wrong direction. We gonna help that
have a chance. And I pray and hope that this foundation will get the support that it needs.
It's not
to do that.
It's not.
With that,
stay away from our children.
Questions and
vote for you.
Who's first?
Is how you feel like the mission of this nonprofit is awesome.
It's gonna be able to keep his name alive and keep his legacy alive.
Legacy.
What legacy
do Austin got, sir? He don't have a legacy. Nobody gives a damn about Austin Metcalf, sir. Your son is not important. Those white people that was losing their minds, having Mayo attacks.
Mm-mm.
Those people that interviewed you, like Jason Whitlock, Nancy Grace,
Stoneface Megan.
but damn about Austin Metcalf. They use you, and I told you guys this, family. I said after the white supremacists get finished using him for his story and his clout, they're gonna throw him by the wayside. And that's what they doing.
Plus the scholarships. One, there is an athletic scholarship that we're going to contribute to. There's already a.
So he grifting over here.
Metcalf will work.
This how they get your people to work against you.
That's one way to honor him. But we're also looking to outreach it to not just
Turncoat on themselves and they youth.
we want to go out. This is a problem for America. This is a human race issue, not a race issue, a human race issue.
So why he say all them racist things?
It's a race issue. You can't run away from your racism, Jeff. You are a anti-black racist. You made it very clear what type of man that you are. And this Sambo know that. That's why he's sitting there so uncomfortable, high out of his mind. Because he don't understand what he just signed up for. And he's going to receive a lot of backlash from this. A lot of people is going to withdraw their support from him by sitting next to you. You are a counselor, sir. You are not a representation of anything that's good.
Sure.
Your sons are degenerates. Your sons are bullies. It's the nerve of you sitting here on this podium trying to start a foundation because you don't want to take your ass back to work. This is going to fail.
All that money he got, you shouldn't have to.
They gave you some money because they feel like, you know what? If it's something to hurt black people, I'll sign up for it, but I ain't finna send this nigga my kids. Your son is dead. What type of parent is you?
Skin color has nothing to do with it.
Salute to
It's just people by character. No.
What do you say? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's rewind it.
Get him.
Let's rewind it.
This is a human race issue, not a race issue. A human race.
Who's human and who's not?
It's people by character, not by skin color.
He said race and skin color has nothing to do with it.
And he know he not. He don't believe that.
Patiently until Carmelo Anthony was found guilty of killing his son to completely unleash on everyone.
You're Anthony. You're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Fuck you. Your son is a convict and a killer. Forever.
You never talk to them like
Yeah, for Mello. What's the name? Because he was such this little boy I was trying to portray. How about Watermelon Fella? How's that one strike you?
Well, now he's back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Jeff Metcalf for you, ladies and gentlemen. The guy that don't see color, the guy that don't judge people by their skin color. Yeah, that's Jeff for you. Right? That's Jeff Metcalf. Right? Let me make sure I replay this back.
Yeah, Jeff Mercalf, you're a racist ass prick.
You nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
Ooh. Why did you do this to yourself, Jeff? Why would you do that?
it's on his computer.
Not a race issue, a human race issue. Skin color has nothing to do with it. I judge people by character, not by skin color.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Another great man said that for me. I can't take credit for that. But
What second? You not gonna say his name? This nigga not even gonna credit.
No, because he said it. He said it to take a stab at us.
King quote, but not quote him.
I drank too much coffee. I'm supposed to be taking him out.
represent what Austin stood for. And if you understood what all N means, A is for Austin. The two L's were
He said this is for what Austin. Let me make sure I heard that clear.
the character of this foundation is going to represent what Austin stood for.
What Austin stood for. what Austin
What did he stand for?
stood for. What Austin stood for. Exhibit A.
What?
Austin got the same way that he got during the altercation. It's the same way he got with us, the mellow kid. Right? Let me read this again. Austin got the same way during the altercation. It's the same way that he got with us. This is what Austin stands for. Austin stands for getting arrested for racist graffiti. This is what Austin stands for. This is what this foundation represents. Racism, bullying, right? Furthermore, the defense called witnesses familiar with Austin and Hunter Mercalf reputation for violence and bullying, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Austin stands for. So I don't know what's this thing that Jeff Metcalf is making up. He's pulling out of his ass, but that's not going to work, Jeff. We got the receipts, sir. You forgot? We got the receipts on you. You can't run this play anymore. You can't come out to the public and sell us this sob story that Austin was just this good kid and he was beloved and everybody loves him. No, they did not love him. He was torturing those kids at that high school. He was torturing those cheerleaders. He was torturing Megan, his mother, and we seen it on 4K in that Fox News interview when he hushed her.
Hunter.
Tried to defend herself and stand up for herself. Hunter silenced her, sir. That's what Austin represents.
And we know we couldn't do nothing like that. To your mama, your grandma, none of that.
The two L's were villains. That was his number, 11. And then I stood for integrity, and the N stood for never quit.
Integrity.
Now, that was brought up.
That's what the N stand for. Are you sure?
I'll tell you, it was a very hard day. It was July 31st last year. That's my twins' birthday. So we had the parent football meeting that night at 6 every year, as normal. I'd spent 2 hours at the cemetery before. And it was a tough day because I'd celebrate with one son at the cemetery.
Some of the people y'all killed don't have graves. You desecrated them.
He's not missing his brother. He's not. He don't give a damn about Austin. None of y'all do. Austin is in the dirt because of Hunter. Austin is in the dirt because of your parenting skills, sir. That's why your son is no longer here. Hunter don't give a damn. Hunter probably celebrate.
They say Hunter took Austin girlfriend to prom, driving his truck and everything. That's what they said.
This is the motto. This is what it stands for. This is what we're going to go with. And it took off. The whole community was backing us. The first home game, Joe, you were there. I remember.
I bet you some of the same parents of the children that he bullied. Yeah, that's how they do it. Right or wrong, they stick together.
I was under a gag order, and we know what happened.
Right or wrong.
Here's what happened.
They stick together.
You're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Fuck you. Your son is a convict?
Your words can't hurt her.
So,
she ain't the kind of mama your baby mama is.
For Mellow.
She looks better than a
I was trying to say. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
Ooh, clap it up. That was hilarious, Joe. Oh my God. Yeah, we got it with that one, brother. That was a good one right there. Watermelon felon. Oh my God. That was such an original joke. Oh my God, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, we know that you couldn't wait for that gag order to be uplifted so that you can go on your racist rant. We know.
But I was able. I love you this whole time. When you're on there, had to come run out. Jersey.
Look at him.
Is he crying? Because I want to see. I want to see them get him.
I couldn't keep it together. I was in the stands. His first one out of tunnel, ran with his favorite jersey. First one go.
I thought he was crying.
And for him to have the mental fortitude to play his brother's position, to also get all district, also be team captain,
I heard he's been playing all his brother's positions.
made all the proud.
Bro, they just gave him this shit off sympathy.
Mm.
Hunter sucks, bro. Y'all sucks. They suck. They are not
Everybody
good.
know that.
And the cheerleaders.
That's why they told the cheerleaders that they got their hands is bisexual because the cheerleaders was like, damn, we always losing. Something to that effect, you know? That's why they don't want Carmelo to be alive. Because he's black, a Mandingo warrior. Okay? You know how us is. You know how our men are compared to theirs. Carmelo was an athlete. Now you know. They couldn't handle that. They couldn't handle that.
Out for being not good. Like that is why Hunter said that he got bisexual hands. He literally got upset at the cheerleaders
Who
for calling them sorry and
where
that they
he
suck.
get that from?
Your sons are such degenerate bullies that these people wanted to fight the goddamn cheerleaders. But you want to go out here and talk about you want to teach other people's children.
Megan, this is a safe place. This is a safe place. You can tell us about your ex-husband, how he used to whoop your ass. Mm. Tell the truth. Tell where your boys got that anger, rage from. The hate for women. They probably like men. Your husband probably like men. He probably like little boys. He had all them boys that testified in court at his house at a cookout before they even testified. Getting their testimonies together and they still messed it up. Child.
Impulse control. When Megan have already came out and confirmed this email that the cheerleader wrote to the school, sir. Why you ain't addressing that? Can you talk about that email that cheerleader wrote to the school about your sons verbally abusing them? Yeah, talk about that, sir.
And I do want to say this.
What the hell? Look how he looked at him when he put his hand on his shoulder. Oh, yeah, now. Hold on.
You ain't addressing that. Can you talk about that email
Look.
that cheerleader wrote to the school about your sons verbally abusing them?
What's this?
Yeah, talk about that, sir.
And I do want to say this. What I think was surrounding conversation, directly to your question, is that it will bring awareness because of all the racial charge that's been there, all the people on this side, and how it will continually come to life every time there's a court date, every time there's an appeal. This is a reality. But I do believe that every time we can reach a child who said, handle this situation different, is because I heard something from the Austin Metcalf Foundation. That's how I believe it's gonna benefit. And of course it's Austin's name. So that doesn't let his name die, even though he's physically dead.
No, sir, he's dead. His name has died. Nobody cares about Austin. Nobody's talking about Austin. All those people that were supporting Jeff Metcalf, he forgot about him. Nobody.
Ugly fat Sambo.
Afford going back to work. That's what this is. He's trying to come up with a new grift because he's spending that GoFundMe money like crazy. And he need to find some type of way to build a income around himself.
See, I want to work out now. I gotta take you out, y'all.
I don't know that his son is just this beloved.
With my own shoes.
Everybody praise around the world. White people only supported you because they was against black people. Their hatred and their racism for black people is the only reason why they supported you, Jeff.
I saw that.
They're not going to support this foundation. It's over with. Go out there and get a job interview. McDonald's is hiring. Burger King is hiring. There's a lot of fast food restaurants is hiring. This is going to flop. This is going to fail. It don't matter how many black people you surround yourself with, Jeff. You have already tarnished your image. You are an anti-black racist. You are a 61-year-old man, and you look like you're 132 years old. Nobody is falling for this, Jeff. Wrap it up. After this gentleman right here get the clout off your name, he's going to run off and win. Nobody likes you, Jeff.
Nobody to run to.
Nobody likes Austin. Nobody likes Hunter. The cheerleaders didn't like them. The coach didn't like them. That's why the coach told the cheerleader to go call the police on them boys. Instead of dealing with the situation himself as a coach, he told the cheerleaders, go call the police on them.
I'm doing Bulgarian squats.
You talked about,
Wait,
you talked about part of the mission is to teach conflict resolution. But you go
I
back
should have had some black reporters there.
wish that Austin had done something different.
Good question.
Coach him differently to do some things so that you could have walked away.
No, she did it. No, she did it.
I think you're asking me a hypothetical question. What is? I deal with what is. So
No. how to do the right thing when they looking at the person that's running this foundation that can't even be held responsible or be
Oh,
held or take accountability.
my bad. My bad. I don't even know. It probably when I dropped the phone. So I'm gonna rewind it a little bit because this was important. The reporter asked him because he's claiming he wants to start a youth foundation so that he can teach the children, the youth, what they supposed to do, how to have impulse control and avoid conflict. But he couldn't teach that to his own children. So the reporter is asking him, with that being said, do you wish that your son would have made a different decision that day? He said, I don't deal with hypotheticals. I deal with what is now. Well, now is your son is dead because he didn't do what you claim you trying to teach other people's children to do. And you're gonna have to use hypotheticals to teach them that. Because if you're dealing in what is, then what are you gonna tell them? You trying to get black children to come here? So you can tell them what? Bow down to y'all? And this black man trying to help you recruit black children to get parents to send their black children to you? So you can teach them to bow down to the white boys? Is this what we really talking about? Because how you gonna teach them how to avoid conflict if it hasn't happened and you only dealing in the now and you don't deal with hypotheticals? What you gonna say to them? Give us an example. So prove to us that you are qualified for this, sir, because you already failed when it come to your kids. Give us an example of how you gonna teach a child since you don't deal with hypotheticals and you deal with what's now. How can you avoid conflict if you only deal with what's now? So there's no avoiding. That word don't fit. You talking about avoiding something that's coming or could come, but you don't deal with that. You deal with it now. Full of shit. Yeah, full of shit. Mm-hmm.
So could we go? We could sit here all day.
Yeah, let me rewind it because she just asked him.
Also to be this upstanding young man that he was beloved by the community. That's what Congressman Pat Fallon said. But when you look at the affidavit, it don't show nobody like they motherfucking ass. Nobody. So to try to make himself feel good, family, he has to throw Carmelo Anthony into the accountability. Well, they both could have walked away. They both could have did this. What? You can't. This is why your son dead. This is why the reason why a lot of these young white males are going to be exactly where Austin Metcalf is. Y'all refuse to hold yourself accountable. Refuse.
They refuse to.
So could we go? We could sit here all day. Could either one of them did something different? Yes. You know what they both could have done? Walk away.
Carmelo walked away after he got them up off him.
I don't give you great details because this is now about the trial.
He shouldn't have to have anything to walk away from.
Walk away.
What can he do differently except for get beat up or killed on the damn bleachers?
This is now about the trial.
Yeah, you don't want to get into details.
It is about the trial.
This is him.
The situation where you wouldn't be doing this if the trial never existed.
This is him not answering the questions because she asked you a good question, and you can see the nervousness on your face, Jeff. You can see the racism oozing out of your face. Why you just won't say that your son made a bad decision if you're trying to shed light on this foundation for Austin?
Because they don't believe that.
Children, how to do
They
the
believe
right
that we are supposed to bow down to them
you know, responsible.
always
Or take accountability. So you want to teach children
to bow down to the white.
how to control their emotions, impulse control. But
To not defend himself like Carmelo did. That's what he want. He want a bunch of little black kids so he can teach them that. And then their kids go kill them.
Their action. And you trying to deflect right now says a lot about you, Jeff. But we already know what type of a piece of shit you is.
Yes, both sides could have been something. It could have been a different outcome.
So they want all y'all children dead.
So good deal.
So you see this family, you see this both side shit? This both side shit. See, this is not going to work, Jeff. This both listen.
They don't get busted down. Walk away.
You're not gonna look me in the face and tell me Carmelo should have did anything different.
This is not about trial. But yes,
Because that means not defending himself and protecting his life.
also
You got this crew coming and attack you up on some bleaching.
See, you should have stopped right there. Austin could have done something different.
I wouldn't tell none of mine. Sit there and just let it happen. How you gonna walk away from somebody attacking you?
Austin is your child. Carmelo is not your child. How about you raise Austin to walk away? How about you raise Austin
To not attack.
to show gratitude and sportsmanship? He's an athlete. What type of coaches do y'all have over there?
He's a wannabe athlete.
They are around athletes every day, all day.
They don't have no sportsmanship. And listen, this too. I want to say this.
They're gaslighting to try to hold Austin accountable by saying that both got.
When I come up here, the phone overheats. He's saying that his son was about to get a scholarship or something. Man, they gave him that honorary bullshit after he passed. Both his sons sucked. Carmelo, however, was exemplary at was it soccer, track, and football. And that's probably not it, but I definitely remember those two. They don't want that kind of competition. We know the difference between they lame ass and ours. And they sucked. Always getting mad and walking away because they ain't no better than they are. And one of them were. Always walking off. That's why the coach had them on timeout already. From always leaving and walking off. That's why the cheerleaders sent the emails and stuff. Reported them to the coach because they talking about their hands bisexual, threatening them, calling them fat bees and all that because they was losing the game and the cheerleaders was like, hell, our teams pretty much suck. Like, dang, we always coming out here cheering for y'all and y'all just ain't getting no better. What's up? Austin throwing a fit. Hunter throwing a fit. Austin get mad, leave the game, didn't even finish the game. Hunter going off on the cheerleaders, fat bitch. I got my hands is bisexual. And the coach say call the police. You know what? People attack the coach for not doing anything, but I think the coach felt like his hands was tied because you know how the community is, right? And if he probably would have tried, what could he do? Kick him off the football team? Now, you know, everybody was going to get at him. All the men would have got at him about that shit because, you know, their boys have to excel, whether they deserve it or not, whether they good or not. So he probably felt like he done all he can do and don't nobody hold them accountable. So call the police. Okay, file a report. Let it be the police responsibility. Because at this point, what can he do when his own parents and everybody else don't hold them accountable? So listen to what the parents say now. They still don't hold him accountable. They approached and attacked this boy.
that's why this foundation is being formed. Because we don't need sports.
How can you sit here and say you don't want to? When she asks you about your son, should he have done something different that day? Should he have walked away and all that? You're going to say, woulda, shoulda, coulda, pretty much. We don't want to talk about that, hypotheticals. That's not why we here. And then you turn around and say that's why you here. We know this is why you here, Dumbo. This is their sick, sad, and twisted way of trying to avoid accountability when it's clear that the accountability lies on you. This is some sick ass shit.
decisions, killing lives forever. You don't want to have to visit your son at the cemetery.
No, you know what? No, we don't. We don't want to visit our son in the cemetery. So we're going to teach our sons to keep their hands to their fucking self
But
and not.
but see, that's why he got the black man there. I'm telling y'all what they doing. I put everything on it. The breath that I breathe. They trying to convince black parents to let him get a hold of their children so they can teach their children, don't do what Carmelo did. Let whatever happens to you happen. Try to walk away. Go get somebody. Get out of the situation. And they're going to end up dead. Like all these boys that be hanging with these white boys and end up dead. They trying to teach our boys not to defend themselves, not to fight back, not to fight for their lives. Submit. Walk away. Impulse control. Yet, he won't hold his son accountable. Mm-mm.
That's what we're going to do.
They after y'all.
We're going to put our son in the cemetery like you have to, because your son is a violent criminal.
Mhm.
He's a violent bully.
That's a
And you refusing to condemn his behavior.
not one.
Says a lot about you. Imagine
Not
the
once.
white people, because there's going to be some white people that sign their children up to this foundation. Imagine the thought process of the white parents that is going to hand over their children to this man right here, this
He ain't worried
racist,
about that.
evil,
He want the black chick.
that can't hold himself
He
accountable.
want the black
That
chick.
can't even hold his own.
That's why he got that
son
black symbol sitting next to him.
He want to point him of everybody else.
Phone.
Nobody asked you about Carmelo. Nobody asked you about the other person.
That's about his son.
You could also do something
It's freezing
different.
back.
But here you go, skating away. Shout out to From
I
Downtown.
gotta wear a glove,
$5 super chat.
and it's still the phone's still burning my hand.
Your son is in the root. Your son is the root.
That's how hot it be getting.
Jeff, let me say it again. Your son is the root of the
What's up,
problem.
Stefan?
But you know what, From Downtown?
Are you spamming the chat?
I tell you guys this all the time. These people run far away from accountability. That's why they go to the Brandon Tatum, the Jason Whitlocks, the April Chapmans. That's why they go over there, because they don't get held accountable. That's why Jeff is teaming up with this symbol right here. It look like he's not even interested. He's just here for the clout. Your son
Get no good sleep.
She didn't ask you about Carmelo. She asked you about your child. So how you going to teach these children about impulse control when you can't even hold your own child accountable for his actions?
Exactly.
You are
He don't qualify.
I can do the wrong thing as long as I can blame somebody else. I can do the wrong thing as long as I can push off the accountability on somebody else. Fuck out of here. Smash that like button, family. We up in here.
It
Thank you.
doesn't make any logical sense. But I'm telling you, when we start going over this book, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about.
Most boys lost their life. No, sir. No, sir. Carmelo Anthony was in his life. Your son don't. Carmelo Anthony got 2 hearings coming up in a few weeks. Your son is in the dirt getting hit up by maggots. So both boys did not lose their lives.
Chomping away.
Is a piece of fucking work. This is why you are a failure, sir.
He really is.
Why would a black man sit right here and listen to this bullshit?
Because that's what they do. Help masters.
I would never sit next to a man that don't want to hold himself accountable for any wrongdoing. When he played a part in it, you just gonna sit next to me and just stay away from responsibility and try to blame everybody else? Both people could have done this. We're not talking about both people, Jeff. We're talking about your bitch ass son.
And then I'm coming to fuck your wife up while you attacking his mama.
Shout out to
Tell my son, I'm coming to fuck your wife up.
This morning.
For not teaching that motherfucker no better. He put his hands on mine.
Shout out to
Yeah, bitch, you gonna go lay down with your son.
Mercalf and get ate up by maggots.
It's your son. That's so terrible.
And if your mama living, I'm gonna get her ass too.
This boy's lost life.
Disgusting.
No, the fuck they did.
Good. Good. Austin worked hard for that life sentence.
He
I
earned it.
worked hard for it. And you see how he trying to throw shade at Carmelo Anthony? You see his family? And y'all low IQ
Shit ain't permanent.
supported this man. Y'all low IQ Neanderthals is going to hand your children over to this man that can't even hold himself accountable. They can't
See,
even hold his son accountable.
gentlemen's den don't understand. They trying to convince the black mamas to let their children go so he can teach them. Don't defend yourself.
It's okay.
Let them kill you.
Do the whole 35 years. Guess what? He's still going to come out of jail and have an opportunity in life to build a family, get married, build a business, become successful, tell people about it.
Yes.
Guess what Austin got the opportunity to do?
You shouldn't talk like that.
Shout out to Nikki.
We're not having it.
Jeff trying to raise money for the new Carmelo Anthony trial. That's what it is. I believe so too, Nikki. I believe so too. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
He also trying to do what I keep saying.
I appreciate you. He want to bring up Carmelo Anthony. He want to take shots at Carmelo Anthony. He got 35 years, and I got a life sentence.
Next question.
Next question. He want to get away from next question.
Oh, I just want to say, with this hearing scheduled for next month, is there anything that you want to say about that? Anything that
Jeff is a loser. He taught his sons to hate and bully, but he didn't teach them how to do it well. Not that there's a good way to do it, but
That's only two things. Actually, all of us. We only control two things. Your actions and your attitudes.
He's a philosopher.
So the legal proceedings that have happened, I already knew it was going to happen. So I really don't give it much time.
Yes, you do.
It doesn't deserve any of my energy. I don't have to be there. And so whatever's going to happen is going to happen. God's got it. So God's plan, even though I don't understand it.
God do not have you, sir. God, don't use God's name in vain.
trying to let them.
You are the devil, sir. The devil is in you.
We don't have the same.
With you, sir, at all. Stop it.
Trust me, because me and God went back and forth on why you need my 17-year-old son.
He talking about Satan.
I don't understand. But also says me Bible lean into his understanding.
You're gonna Bible.
Trust God's plan.
Here,
So, when it comes to stuff like that, once his trial was over, it was huge. I read that. I actually could sleep more than an hour. I could wake up without feeling 100 pounds of anxiety. In my mind, I'm looking towards the future.
There's no
Trials isn't now the motions, the proceedings, all that, even in the appeal. If you understand appeals, it's going to take 2 to 3 years.
But you know what? That commenter made a good point. He keep raising all this money, he can pay people off.
All these passive aggressive shots that he's throwing at us. He's really talking to us, the supporters. He really mad at us, right? Because at first he said he's not paying attention to it. Then at the same time, he want to say the procedures, the motion, all of this is going to take some time, 2 to 3 years. It don't matter. But you know who is not going to take 2 to 3 years? Austin, that's dead. Yeah. We don't matter how long it takes.
He maggot for
Till the wheels fall off, sir. Until he step foot on this ground. Until he step foot on this free land again. We are going to support him. So you can take all the shots that you want. You can keep lying about I swear to God, he's having sweats at night about those 2 hearings that's coming up in just a few weeks. He's hoping, praying that Carmelo get denied an appeal. He's hoping and praying that Carmelo Anthony don't get a retrial. He's hoping, family. Oh, he's gonna take another.
That's not gonna be the end of it if it do happen.
Shout out to from downtown coming in with the $5 super check.
That's not gonna be the end of it.
YT supremacists love to talk about God and Jesus. He's never failed. That's their go-to strategy from downtown. That's their.
That's how you know they shit ain't our shit. Let them have that bullshit. They force that shit on you. That's not you.
And do all that, but at the same time, come on the internet and say shit like this.
Yeah, that Mercalf, you're a racist ass.
Fuck me in your fucking whore loving pig.
Yeah, from downtown. He's a Christian man. He loves God. He loves Jesus. Thank you so much from downtown with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to my boy Charlie X coming in with a 20 ball. And when Melo gets released, we're going to run it up and make sure he's good. That's what they really mad at. Get back to work, Jeff. Get back to. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Charlie.
Hi, baby.
Get back to work. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat, bro. I appreciate it. Get back to work, Jeff. Take your ass back to work. Burger King is hiring. McDonald's is hiring. Wendy's is hiring. There's a lot of fast food restaurant is hiring. Because I know you don't got no skills. You look stanky. You I don't know what's going on with you. That hatred over there in your heart, right? It's aging you, sir. I don't know how long you got on this planet. But I advise you to release that hatred out your heart.
You sound like he smokes cigarettes.
He's dead. He's gone. He's never coming back. He worked hard to be in the dirt. He worked hard to be in that casket. He worked overtime to be in that casket. And like my brother Charlie X said, when Carmelo Anthony get released, we are going to make sure that he's financially set up and financially successful. That's why y'all mad. Because when y'all see shit like this, when y'all see things like this, we running up shit like this, $800,000 for Nolan Wells' family. Yeah, they get mad, family. They don't like that. They don't like it. But so what? Deal with it.
So I'm not going to sit here and be held hostage by somebody else.
Ain't nobody holding you hostage. Shut up. Shout out to Nikki coming over.
Self-hostage. On a damn foundation. To teach some kids he didn't teach his own children.
For the $2 super chat, I appreciate you. Smash that like button, family. Let's get the lights up. Let's get 300 likes. We got
He don't got nothing to do.
I control my own destiny.
He don't got no woman.
No influence. Jenny, I'm she gorgeous.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at the Sambo over there. The Sambo is trying to help Jeff get out of hot water right now, so he's trying to change the subject. Jeff was still talking, but the Sambo had to jump in and say, look, I'm tired of listening to all this racist shit, all this anti-black shit. So I got to jump in and be the
He don't care. He don't care. It ain't bothering him.
Talk to children, talk to students. They'll have you that.
Yes.
And they'll also have to wrestle with some of the things that happened post-conviction stuff you said.
Yes, sir.
Your reporters is calling him out, ain't they?
The schools that, yes, I am the person who should be talking about this after stuff I have said.
Ooh, look at
Some you don't.
Watch him deflect. Watch him deflect. Watch him deflect.
Schools that you are requesting to talk to their children, they are going to do a background check on you. And all the racist, anti-black racist shit that you said online
that went viral.
Expect that these schools approach you. What do you expect to do, sir? Let's hear it.
What you gonna say?
The night the gag organization. Yes. I also make sure we're clear on the subject. So let me address this.
Yeah, address it.
For 14 months.
Uh-oh.
I had to keep my mouth shut.
That don't mean shit.
What's that got to do with what you actually said? Once you can talk with your grown ass.
Keep your mouth shut.
And we call that nigga That woman, a nigga whore loving. What you say? We call her a nigga whore loving.
Myself.
It didn't even make no sense.
Movies, memes, that were despicable. Grandmothers telling Austin is dead. We're glad. We're happy.
So he won't take accountability, just like he won't. He didn't want his sons to. No accountability.
They surrounded him.
It's everybody else's fault why he said all the things he said.
First of all, what kind of person are you? Like her up in put through for 13 years.
About Carmelo and his family.
Nice.
Okay.
Uh-oh. It's third.
No facts.
No.
He making excuses for all that crap he said. There is no excuse. He talking about people that was trolling his son online and making memes and stuff. They was doing the same thing to Carmelo's family way before anybody started. Our people don't even get down like that. Let's keep it real. It's usually defense with us. Then I don't like that. We need to be on the offense. They've been attacking Carmelo and his family since day one. Not one time did Kayla or Drew come out here and talk to or about any of them the way that Jeff did. Not once. And way worse was said and done about Carmelo. They didn't even want that boy to even get an initial trial. They wanted a good old school hanging. Don't tell me to remove shit. You can get the fuck up out of here. What am I gonna remove something for? It's up there for a reason.
Sir.
That's incorrect. Because for 13 months, it was nothing but lies.
14 months, nothing but lies. Explain it right here, Dale. Explain this thing.
Explain it.
Explain high school teachers. The defense intended to question Memorial high school teachers about the Metcalf twins' disciplinary history and their records that contribute to the character for violence and bullying. And the Metcalf twins being arrested for racist graffiti. What lie is that? I would love for the reporters to ask him that. I would love it. Please ask him about this affidavit that's been released. Can you debunk any lies? Because you're running off the truth and the facts of those witnesses that took the stand. They lied, Jeff. Let me tell you how I know they lied. Because those same witnesses was right here in this police report on body cam footage saying this. Saying that Austin got the same way that he got during the altercation with Carmelo was the same way he got with us. The same way. Your brother, your son, was kicking the shit out of his friends, his teammates. Nobody likes your son, Jeff. The cheerleaders didn't like your son. The teachers was willing to come to court and testify against your son. The coaches, everybody. And you sitting here refuse to acknowledge that. It ain't gonna do nothing but continue to make sure that you live a life of misery. This is why you're so unhappy. You don't want to hold your son accountable for shit that he done. You always want to blame Carmelo Anthony. These reporters are getting under your skin right now because you know these schools got to vet your background. And you being angry and being mad does not recuse you of being an anti-black racist. What the fuck they got to do with you coming out calling black people the N-word? What they got to do with you doing
attacking the parents, harassing them, stalking them.
You're a racist ass prick. You nigger fucking whore loving kid.
What they got to do with it?
Child, where'd it come from?
So the people that's clowning my son, I'm gonna come on here and call black people the N-word, but I'm not racist. I'm gonna call black
So she
people.
loves whores.
They're not racist. I'm just upset at 14 months. People been clowning my son, rightfully so.
I mean, with all that anger, what are you saying? She's a whore lover?
For that casket, and he worked hard to be 6 feet under.
He did.
Oh, he was doing a fake autopsy report. Say he had drugs overdose. Should never did one drug in his life.
You don't know that.
You don't know it's a chick.
All y'all do drugs.
Address the racist
And he sucked at sports. He sucked.
The report asks you about the shit that you said.
He's a beast, all right. Since you won't hold him accountable, yeah.
He won't be.
Child, if he would play pro football to because he was a white.
God, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again with the Jesus and the God.
That's why I told you let him have that. Let me have that because they ain't talking about what we think they talking about.
Right?
They worship something evil.
I wish the reporters would have had this affidavit right here. The defense intended to call witnesses who themselves, Jeff. I hope you're listening to me because you heard everything. You heard everything else. The defense intended it to call witness who themselves was victims of the Metcalf twins' violent and racist behavior.
Let's shut all that down. Retrial.
Someone was not God fearing. He was not beloved. Nobody gives a fuck about Austin.
Neither one of them, including the daddy.
And we are going to make sure that our brother Carmelo Anthony come home. And I know that triggers you. That triggers you that Carmelo Anthony still got support. It triggers you that Carmelo Anthony has 2 hearings coming up in just a few weeks, and you want to act like, I don't even think about it. It don't bother me. Yes, you have night sweats. Night sweats thinking about that. Oh, please don't let Carmelo Anthony get out of jail. Please. He's getting out, Jeff. He's getting out.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote that 3 days on his Mexican. Faith that God got me at my hard work with God. Ironic.
You can write all kind of stuff. Christian Rock running around here acting like she Christian. And like she loves God. And like she holy.
That's why he in the dirt.
But I knew him and his brother both. No facts. That doesn't mean I'm
We know about Christians. We know about Christians. We know about Christians. That is not no flex. You ain't saying nothing good by saying you're a Christian. Black person tell me they're a Christian, I get away from them.
And you failed.
I don't got nothing else to say to you.
Go around and making a foundation to teach other people's children when you couldn't even keep your family intact. You couldn't even raise your boys properly. But you want to use, and this is how you play on the heartstrings of the white supremacists and the low IQ white people out there. Talk about Christ, talk about the Bible, talk about God. Because when white people go out,
it worked for a lot of black people too.
The Bible. I'm a Christian, but I'm not perfect. And nobody told you to be perfect. But you being upset does not recuse you from being a racist, Jeff. And that's why you're frustrated right now, looking at the way you look. You're 61 years old. I know black people
98.
With 61, they're 65, they older than you. Look like they about in their late 30s and early 40s.
Well, you know.
It is true deciding to age you like this, sir.
Ain't nothing like I'm in. They can never be our man.
Yeah, okay. Just today.
Made me want to walk out here right now, go hug about 5 of them. I'm surrounded by them.
Are you surprised that you got kicked out of? Are you surprised that you got kicked out? And the only reason why you beside him because you want him to make you look good. Even though I went on this racist rant, black people, and called y'all slave, called Carmelo a watermelon felon, called y'all the N-word with the hard R. Even though I said all that, excuse me, guys, I'm with a black person. I'm saying, guys, I can't be racist if I got a black friend, right? Nolan Wells. I can't be racist because I got a black friend. I thought this was what y'all like. No, Jeff, that playbook is outdated. Going to get a black person to make you look not racist, it actually make you look more racist.
Especially after the shit you said, boy, bye.
Look how far we've come. Look what we're talking about today. So the things I said that night.
Yeah, talk about that.
How far we come?
It was very emotional.
So?
And I've said this 100 times. Emotional.
70 years old. I was emotional. Well, did your go off yet?
What I said is what I said. It was also taken out of context.
Really?
To listen to the whole thing.
Oh, this was taken out of context. Y'all,
No. Ain't no context, bitch.
I'm not going to take you out of context. Let's see what Jeff said.
Everyone. You're Anthony. You're a pussy and a coward. And you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God. What?
You call his mother a drunk bitch. Did I take you out of context, Jeff? I'm sorry. Let me rewind it back. I just want to make sure everybody hear the whole context of it. Sorry, Jeff.
You raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God. What kind of mother are you? Fuck you.
I want to fuck him up for talking to her like that.
Forever.
I'm taking you out of
And
context.
you got a Negro sitting next to him. He talk to that woman like that.
Watermelon felon.
We don't have to betray anything. Carmelo Anthony background speaks for itself.
Should bust him in his jaw.
Captain of the football team. On his way to college, saved somebody from drowning. Carmelo Anthony's reputation speaks for itself. We don't have to portray him to be anything. Straight A student. No criminal record.
Unlike your boys.
Grinds your gears. Because Carmelo Anthony didn't have a criminal record. You know who went to jail though? You know who got arrested?
Your twins.
Mercalf twins.
Your twin. Nigga.
Well, now he's back wearing a TPUSA hat and a Charlie Kirk shirt to respond to a cease and
Charlie, and I want you to make family. I'm trying to help Jeff out, family. I'm doing Jeff. I'm trying to help you out, Jeff. Don't worry. I'm gonna protect you from the chat. I got you. Jeff said that we are taking him out of context, family. Okay. So as you just heard him call Carmelo a watermelon felon, I played you.
What about when he called that lady?
This video this time of
a
him
nigga
calling
for loving.
The N-word, the hard R. He got a Turning Point USA hat on, a white supremacist organization. He has a Charlie Kirk shirt on, but he's not racist. Of course not. Come on now. And I want you guys to really understand this. He was sent a cease and desist letter to stop saying watermelon felon.
Are you talking Candy University?
Guess they copyrighted or something like that.
Charleston White.
He's going to show you guys why he's been taken out of context, why he's sitting here with a Charlie Kirk shirt on, a anti-black racist that's burning in hell right next to Austin. So you know what? I understand why you got this shirt on. So you can feel closer to Austin. Because Charlie Kirk in Austin is line dancing down there in hell. I like my girl with them cowboys. Yeah, he down there line dancing in hell, right next to the devil.
assist he received over the term watermelon felon.
Well, it looks like I have a cease and desist order for the watermelon felon. So there is lyrics to the song. And this is what's funny. It's not even written from an attorney, but from Cityside Records. So this is what I think about cease and desist.
That's legal.
That's what he did.
It's their intellectual property.
See.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome to do whatever you think you need to do. If you think I'm the one that's violating some sort of record you have for it. So I'm just gonna put it right in here with the rest of the ashes.
What's that one? Who cares?
That's so instead of saying that I am not going to use that term, I was out of line, it wasn't right. He basically just gloated. I'm not going to stop saying it. I'm gonna stand 10 toes on it. Matter of fact, I'm going to burn the cease and desist letter with a Charlie Kirk hat on and a Charlie Kirk shirt.
Out of context, huh?
Take him out of context. Because he said, we are taking him out of context. I don't see how. I don't see how. You don't look like you sorry to me. but you trying to find a new grift and people are not falling for it. And now you're trying to convince us that we took it out of context. You have every opportunity right here, Jeff. Every opportunity to say that I don't stand for what I said. I don't, I made a huge mistake. This is what you're doing. You trying to gloat to the public, saying, fuck y'all. I'm going to keep standing on business.
That cease and desist is likely not real, but you are looking at a man who's run out of things to give, and Watermelon Fallon will not be taken from him. As actress Charlie Kirk, Metcalf previously said this.
Charlie Kirk, a man who I admired.
Charlie Kirk, a man who I admired.
Looked up to. You know why?
61-year-old man looking up to a 31-year-old man.
Because he could fight with words.
And I told you guys, this is the reason why they was all on the streets crying, falling down the walls, all these grown-ass white men, because they were leaving their racism through Charlie Kirk. That's why they like the Chudda Builders, the Jake Lanes, the Matt Walsh, the Stephen Crowder. They like the public figures, and the Nick Fuentes. They like the public
Take my
figures.
speaker with me and let this play while I walk.
But they can't say it because they got jobs. They are police officers, they doctors, principals, politicians, governors, public employees. So they live their racism through Charlie Kirk and Nick Fuentes. And he's showing you he's anti-black racism in 4K, but we are taking him out of context, family. Let's keep going.
And logic. He didn't need fists, guns, or knives. No. He sat down and talked with you. How do you solve any situation when there's a problem? Communicate. Charlie was an expert.
Okay, so you saying that
an expert
to communicate with somebody is not with guns and knives, it's with through communication. Okay. Did Austin communicate with Carmelo Anthony?
Didn't y'all do that?
Communicate with Carmelo Anthony? No, they didn't. They put their hands on Carmelo Anthony. You see how you be contradicting yourself, Jeff? You see how stupid that you are? You are a very low IQ individual, very dumb.
Yes.
This is why you are living a life of misery right now.
So stupid.
What you say is catching up with you. No school in their right. Let me tell you why no school is going to sign up for you to speak to their children or even be around their kid. They should ban you to be away from kids. Whatever school that your children go to, those parents are going to speak out against this. It's going to be protests. It's going to be public hearings.
I wouldn't count on it.
You to teach their children anything.
I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. You'd be surprised how many people.
It was a walking statue. He held strong on his faith.
Never got all that money.
He was a good man.
Taken too soon, also.
No, he was taken right on time. Charlie Kirk was taken right on time. Your son, Austin Metcalf, was taken right on time. No. God don't make no mistakes, right? Oh, okay.
Y'all decided it was time for him to go.
It was mostly a social media experiment that I set up. I told you what was going to happen, and it did.
I guess it was an experiment by this chick and her husband to see if they could do the horrific things they did to Emmett Till to a little boy and get away with it, huh? And look, man, he shouldn't even be talking like that with a straight face. Because you don't even play like that. You can't do no social media experiment by spitting out racism and hate during a time like this. And I'm not buying that it was a social media experiment. That's an insult to our intelligence. He's so.
Come on, man. This dude said it was a social media experience. Yeah, family, somebody need to sign this motherfucker up to the psych ward or something. He need to be going inside of somebody's facility. It's something wrong with him. But this
I
is
got-
you really believe we just don't. I just want you guys.
I got workout shit strategically placed all over this damn shirt. I got resistance bands, tied low, tied medium, tied high, all different levels. I got dumbbells, kettlebells, all kind of shit. I'm thinking about going in here and hitting this little gym up because I'm going to the big gym later. For real, but this stretcher feels so good. It does. Okay, so this video is almost over with. About 30 more minutes.
I'm just showing you this in 4K. Jeff, instead of acknowledging his hateful and bigoted rhetoric, instead of apologizing, right? He pulling so many excuses out of his ass. He said, "You know what? I did a social experience."
Experiment. I'm gonna say this because I know people catch it, but Gentleman's Den, I don't know what it is, but he has like, I don't know. He mispronounced words sometimes, but he's a very, very intelligent man, and he is very good at putting belt to ass. I'll say that. And we understand what he's saying. For sure. Although I'm a stickler about that kind of stuff, so it be throwing me off, and I'm just like, well, and he catch it a lot of times, but he got degrees. He is not uneducated, so that ain't it. All that chocolate. Mm-mm-mm.
I'm not racist. I called Carmelo Anthony a watermelon felon because of a social experience. I called a black woman a N-word with a hard R because of a social experience. I didn't really mean that. Did y'all really believe me?
At that old age to be saying something like that.
You got us, Jeff. That was a good one. Jeff.
A social media experiment.
Round of applause, Jeff. That was an amazing. Boy, you had me for a second, Jeff. I thought you was a racist. I thought you was a racist, but I'm convinced, Jeff, that you was an upstanding white man. You had me for a minute, Jeff. You fooled me. But now you coming out here saying that it was a social experience, I believe you now.
Social media.
Jeff Mercalf, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a racist. It was a social experience.
It's also taken out of context. You need to listen to the whole thing. But I said it was basically a social media experiment that I set up, and I told you what was going to happen, and it did.
Unacceptable.
How was that night?
Unacceptable.
I've had better moments in my life. But what you saw was a grieving father
There's no but.
and killed and muzzled for 13 months.
Okay. Well, I better not be never a grieving mother.
Despicable.
I ain't making no excuse for the shit I'm gonna do.
Family. I get swatted 6 times.
So his excuse is
He act like ain't nothing happened to. Oh, there's a whole lot of trucks in front of me waiting to get in the shop. But he act like nothing happened to Carmelo Anthony's family. Like they didn't go through a whole bunch of harassment and stuff. They didn't not once come on here and talk like that.
I had a muzzle on me, and this is why Collin County made sure to put a gag order in place so Jeff Metcalf won't fuck this up. Because the whole plan was to set Carmelo Anthony up and make sure that he gets found guilty. And they want to run around here saying that it wasn't about race. There's no racism. Collin County is not racist. So they knew that Jeff Metcalf had this spirit inside of him. So they put gag orders in. You can't speak.
Everybody
But
knew.
you said just because
They knew.
people is making fun of me and my son online, swallowing us, that gives me the right to call y'all a N-word with a hard R. That gives me the right to
Please play that
call
again.
watermelon fella. That gives me the right.
It don't matter how many times he play it. I never can get it. And I think my brain just ain't trying to get it. First of all, it don't make any sense. But he said it with so much vigor. It's like you mean that so much, but it doesn't make any sense. But I guess to them it means something because he said nigger, whore loving bitch or some shit like that. And it's like, what? When you got angry in that moment, that's what words came to your brain. That whole phrase is what came to your brain. Cha.
Because I was muzzled and I was swatted and all these things. So you know what? That turned me into an anti-black racist. Jeff, you smart, Jeff. Jeff, I believe you. If none of these blacks over here believe you, Jeff, I'm with you, buddy. You're not a racist. You're not a racist piece of shit. Not at all.
No, yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're a
Here you go. Here you go.
You're a fucking whore loving bitch.
I believe you, Jeff.
My ex-wife swatted twice.
You don't care about her.
No,
We seen them together one time.
So could have went off course that night.
Oh, he said I could have really went the races on y'all ass. Y'all lucky that I just called y'all like a woman in the family, and it would I could have went in on y'all. And this is a
He
guy.
getting fired up now. Let him cook. Let him cook because you can't go from that's whatever the heck. I ain't even. He making excuses. I was grieving. It was a social experiment. I was being swatted and this and that, and I was on my mind and da da da. You said different things, but you trying to make all these excuses. He went from that to you lucky. That's all I did. Now look at how he looks when he says that. You can see the anger. He getting fired up. Go, let him cook. Yeah, let him cook.
You got to keep in mind, family, these schools that he's trying to uh go out here and speak to, they watching this. They listening to him say like,
I
I
don't know that they are.
level 1 racist. I could have went level 10 racist. Y'all lucky I didn't go level 10. So I just stayed at level 1 racist. And then the school's looking at this and say, yeah, you know what? Let's have this guy.
Look, he got a lot of saggy skin up in him.
Shout out to from downtown coming in with the $2 super chat. Jeff Metcalf was not in his kid's life. Deadbeat. He know that. And you know what else from downtown? You never see no family around him. It's always Jeff by himself. Nobody supporting him.
Not with the
Nobody.
line.
Oh yeah, they sealed the autopsy. Exactly. We still don't know the autopsy results
They
of
did?
Justin Metcalf. Why we don't know that? Shout out to you from downtown for the $2.
Hold on.
Thank you. We still don't know the autopsy.
That's a big
of
deal.
Justin Metcalf. We don't know.
That's a big deal because I don't think Carmelo was the one who did him in. And I know I'm not by myself. I don't think Carmelo was the one who did him in. When Carmelo got up and was getting up out of there, they was still down there tussling. How y'all tussling each other? Y'all crew, y'all know each other. You got on matching school clothes and all that. What was they tussling? He had on like a light gray sweatshirt. I mean, he was a black guy. The only thing close to him was his fake ass friend who was like mixed. They was squabbling. He was getting on up out of there. What's his name? Austin didn't turn around and come for him and then fall down until uh shit. A few seconds later till they was still going at it. So you can't sit up here and tell me that he got stabbed or whatever Why they all still down there going at it? That shit, I believe, happened when they was down there going at it. I don't even think this whole situation about Carmelo was about what people really think it was. Cause them people be on some other shit. I think the whole thing was set up from the beginning. They had a plan from the beginning. I don't really have a theory on what that was, but I believe Eddie and them set Carmelo up. It could have been so they can get rid of Austin and try to make him take the fall for it. It could have been that they was planning on trying to get rid of him and they have an excuse to do so. One or the other. Either way, they want Carmelo ass up out of there. They not finna compete with him. No, he got to go. They want all of the young black males to go. Especially if you got something, you worth something. Okay. They're not trying to let you be in this world with them. I didn't maybe I did know that. Oh, we clicked off on accident. Maybe I did know it. I forgot it. Because I don't recall hearing that they sealed the autopsy. I gotta find my place again. Hmm. That's interesting. Well, I hope these appeal lawyers are getting into it all, not just, the basics. Because I think there's a lot to uncover here. Because there was something else about that day. They intentionally came charging right for him. And then for Eddie to act like he don't even understand why he there. And then after Austin is falling down. I don't know what we don't even know he was stabbed. Let's keep it real. And they didn't prove that Carmelo had a knife and that the knife that they was trying to show was his name. But why would Eddie come running behind Carmelo? Well, he understands better than anyone what the confusion was because him and Carmelo was sitting there chopping it up. But allegedly, the other dudes came in like they didn't know that, not that they needed for him to have an excuse as to why he was there. But if Eddie knew the whole time, hey, he was chopping it up with me, I just didn't say anything. Why you running after him when your homeboy get done up? Maybe y'all should have act like he has some damn sense and not even start no mess to start with. Eddie wasn't even at the damn cookout at the daddy house with all the rest of them while they was preparing for the trial. Something. I think that maybe they want. No, you know what? Now that I think about it, with when he's saying that all of them made a statement to the police that day, and they were talking about how Austin was with them the same way he was with Carmelo that day. If he bullying and stuff on them all the time, and he always get mad, not doing good at football, but get mad and storming off and stuff like that. Plus, who knows what else? They probably did. They probably did want to get rid of him because he was a problem and nobody was doing anything about it. His raggedy parents weren't doing anything about it. Maybe it was a plan to get rid of him and set Carmelo up. That's weird. How you going? The defense team who is representing him now filing an appeal, they have to get a hold of the autopsy because all that evidence, because you cannot, they have access to it because they're his official team. Um, well, I can't say that because I don't know how that works because they're not doing a retrial yet. If they had a retrial, then yeah. But I'm hoping they would get access to it because from where I sit, they ain't even proved that he did anything to him. We don't even know what the fuck happened to him. I don't care what they say. We know they lie. What does that autopsy say? Why would you conceal an autopsy if you're saying he got stabbed in the heart and that's how he died? That's what you're telling the world. That's what you're telling the public. So why nobody asked you to show us the autopsy? Okay, we're wanting to look at the one for no Wells, but nobody was saying show us his autopsy. You don't have to show it. Why would you seal it? Interesting. Women rights spot.
They was not going to let your dumb ass ruin this for them.
I think I went back a little too.
Clear.
He talking about me. He talking about me, red wine. He probably is. I told you they be over here watching. I told you, red wine. They be over here watching.
Yeah, because he's from what I know the biggest. He, he put up the most.
Yes.
The most.
Well, let me help Bill. I want to make sure. What I want is
Help.
talk.
Joe?
Well, people have a clear understanding of where we stand with that. So Gerwin is basically saying this, and I agree. We talked about it, and he knows there's probably some schools he can't go to because of his own situation. Especially this,
Some?
how I'm going to kind of add to it. How do you get schools to trust you to be able to tell kids to regulate their emotions when you can regulate your emotions?
Yep.
And what's out there will always come up anytime you go to certain schools. Because
That's not the end of the question. It's also you couldn't teach that to your own children. And whenever they did act out, y'all didn't hold them accountable. It led to his death, and you're still not holding him accountable. Oh shit! I ain't that it was time. My phone getting ready to die. Got 1%. No. Uh. Even now, you and the mom not holding him accountable. So no, he shouldn't even. They shouldn't even be discussing him trying to go to no school. Just first of all, he should shut up because why are you sitting next to him?
I think that's what they're going to ask.
Phone running up again.
So him being like, in short, based on everything you said,
Yeah, he said answer him in short because you go out on this racist tangent about me being a Sambo. I'm trying to save you because you're fucking this up. You sitting here talking about that you could have took it to level 10 races and that wasn't nothing. I could have did more. So he's trying.
The conversation should be over with.
Jeff is very stupid, very low IQ. So what this Sambo is doing is trying to save him. Like, talk about what these schools is going to do because it's going to be people protesting against you.
Hope so.
It's going to be schools rejecting you.
Hope so.
And they're going to listen to this. So, and you telling them
Yeah, most of America wants this. That's why they keep getting away with killing our brothers.
see them, and almost what happens if they say let? The best similar middle span about it 400. That's 3 out of 10. I'm telling you, you want to get 10 out of 10. I have to go to 100 schools, I'll go to 100. I have to go to 1,000 schools.
Man, we shouldn't be allowed on school property.
children for. Like, what's your purpose of doing that? Leave these kids alone.
I told you what I think it is.
You, Jeff. They got a father and they don't need you.
I'm telling y'all what I think it is.
Why are you trying to go around to all these schools for to do what? To accomplish what? And when people look at your children, they're like, hold on, Jeff. Your children got locked up for racist graffiti. You know this public, Jeff. You know this affidavit is public. The defense intended to call witnesses who themselves were victims of the Mercalf twins violence and bullying. So what you gonna say about the kids that's being bullied in school right now? And your son was one of the people that was doing the bullying. How you gonna go teach? Like what? His kids today in this country being bullied, and your son played a part in it. Your son. So what you gonna tell them?
I'm purpose driven now. There's nothing that's going to stop me. Now, if people want to hold one moment, one snippet of my life and want to hold that against me, that defines my whole life and character,
Yeah, I do.
you really need to check yourself in the mirror.
No, it do. It defines you. It defines you. You've been a racist your whole life. You are wearing Charlie Kirk shirts and hats, and you going on a 3 hour tangent. That's who you are, Jeff. You can't run away from it. No matter how many black symbols you have beside you, that's not gonna work. You back to
You're
work.
telling me that my whole life is defined by one interview on social media.
Yeah, it
You
is.
choose if that's your mentality. You're welcome to your opinion. I'm not saying it's right or wrong because everyone has an opinion. Some people's perception is their own reality. It's not the truth. The truth is something different. But the way people see things, perceive things, because I'll tell you right now, there are people out there to this day that say, "Oh, he was jumped by 4 people." You refuse to see facts. Well, here's the fact. I said it that night. I own it. I admit it. Not my best moment. Can I do better? Yes. That's what I'm trying to teach. Now, if you're held hostage for 14 months, I promise you, when you get out, you're gonna run. You're gonna run free. That night,
That nigga say if you was hostage for
Wow.
14 weeks, whatever he said, 14 months.
Listen to what this
for
is saying.
one while. So you need to tell me just because a gag order was in place, so no more won't discuss this.
So he couldn't wait to get it off.
You saying that's the reason why you racist? Like you could choose anything, you could come up with nothing else but it's called black people N words.
No way to get it out.
Jeff, hang it up, bro. Jeff, wrap it up, sir. Go home. Try to make it work with Megan. If Megan already got a black man, and just pack this up, sir. This is not going to be successful. This is not going to work. No school is going to allow you. And if one school even attempt to allow you on their premises to talk to their children, speaking the way you speak it, because you keep saying that he wasn't jumped, he wasn't jumped, he wasn't jumped. You keep trying to, bro, that's dead. We know he was jumped. We know he jumped. There's nothing that you could do about it. But
Everything's jumping each other.
I shouldn't have actually done that. I should have taken a day to decompress. But that trial was the hardest thing I've ever been through.
I mean, and how do I
Diagnosis for cancer. I was supposed to die. If you're dead, you got a year. That was the hardest thing I've ever been through in my entire life. Chemo, radiation, feeding tube, lost 120 pounds. Look terrible. All my friends told me now, we thought you were going to die. So did I.
Understand. Your nonprofit is going to be a plug.
I'm sure it was a organ. He will not be actively participating.
Huh?
I told him I went to on board because it's your brother.
On the board?
He's everything right now. He's going to school in 3 weeks. He's got his
Hunter, who's
I'm
is
okay.
bisexual?
I'll say this. I talked about it last night. His friends are gonna be giving videos for the nonprofit website. And as I was telling him, and some of his hard parenting, want to make sure his kid doesn't go the wrong way. I think that people forget, one, he's a twin. Two, he was there. And
So
his process is different than his dad's process. But I'm sure as he matures, he kind of deal with it. I'm sure that he'll be excited for the work we've done. I mean, but there's so much work to do to get some good results, to get over the initial hurdle that people are going to have with some resentment for the foundation. And so, but having talked with him, I believe one day he's going to be great for the foundation.
I think so too. And, just at this point with the support group, I know with the group of friends that are going to school with him too, your frontal lobe isn't fully developed until you're 25 as a male. Even when he graduates college, it's just going to be getting there. So he's still developing mentally. Now, to go through the mental trauma that he did, I have no idea how that. I have no idea how he feels. I know how I felt when I drove up there in 4 minutes and I saw my son on the gurney, and I knew at that moment he was gone. I didn't really know it. The first thing came to my mind, work on it. I went in survival function mode, and I did it for 7 days. Didn't allow myself once to breathe.
Yes, ma'am, in the back. I see you raise your hand.
First of all, this I want to say thank you for it's very difficult to go through what you've gone through, and it's easy for people to say.
Told you. Told you. See, look how she looking at
There's a black woman back there.
Yep.
Bootlegging.
Yep. Told you.
Yeah, sister, we hear you.
He broke
We hear you back there bootlegging.
I told
We don't give a damn what he went through. We don't care, man. Our brother Carmelo Anthony is in prison right now because of his degenerate, animalistic son.
Yeah.
So while you over there trying to get sympathy and butter biscuits, they don't care nothing about you, sister. People can say this and people can say that. Shut your dumb ass up. One thing I can't stand is a goddamn bootleg.
Being a mother, I have a son that was murdered. And every time I go to the grocery store, I ask the spot what he did. So I know your things. Being a mother, whose child was thrown over the news. And
That's what he wanted. That's what he came here for. To collect black
I
people.
pay. I respect what you want. And if there's any rules on here's for the business side for us to
See?
This black woman said, and I know this is a black woman, I can tell by her the way she speaks. This black woman is back there saying she want to be a volunteer
Yep.
to an anti-black racist foundation.
Yep.
This woman said that she lost her son and her son was plastered all over the internet and she know what Jeff going through. After Jeff was on internet calling a black woman the N-word with the heart.
That's what she said.
All the black people sleep.
I told you.
Going on a whole race.
Y'all don't get it yet.
Can't even hold himself
Y'all
accountable.
don't get it yet.
Can't even hold his son accountable.
He did it. Collect black folk.
Volunteer.
Yep.
To be part of this.
Yep. And they're gonna show up for him too. So
Sambo epidemic going on.
they gonna show up for him.
First of all, I'd like to say I'm sorry for your loss. Because
He don't care.
we're in that small club and the membership dues are so high. And I wish no parent ever feels like you do.
I wonder did she go down there and cry for Carmelo Anthony? I wonder did she go down there and cry with Carmelo's mother and father?
Hell
But she gonna sit up here and cry with this racist?
Yep.
This is no racist. You in the back talking about some. You want to volunteer?
Yep. She do.
I
Look
know-
at him. Look at him. Look at him. No public. Look at it.
because I know,
Look at bullshit.
and this is what this foundation is going to change. We don't need parents with this pain. We don't need kids being buried or incarcerated.
Or how about you tell your kids don't be racist bullies? If you don't want to bury your child, tell your child don't go to jail for racist graffiti. Tell your kids don't victimize the students and the athletes at their high school. Then you won't bury your children.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ruin your family. Don't be a drunk. Don't be a criminal, Jeff. Don't run away from accountability. As a man, we have to hold ourselves accountable for our shortcomings. We can't run away from it. That is why you are going to continue to fail, Jeff. Nothing good is going to happen to your life.
Now he might have all of this with it.
Sambos, you can have these bootlickers defending you, trying to come to your aid. It's not going to work here.
They want to lick them white teeth.
Raise your son as his beloved individual. like you're trying to paint him out to be to the public. That's what y'all can do to y'all kids. Show love to people. Show courtesy. Because I guarantee you, if Austin would have went to an HBCU and walked up under the tent, those black people would show him love. They wouldn't jump him.
It starts down. And yes, you're right. I'm a vessel. God works through me.
Oh God.
If you told me, I'm 25 years in real estate. If you told me 20 years ago, you're going to be sitting in front of a press conference and people are going to know your face all over the world.
There you go. He's famous now.
Yeah, you committed a crime. Yeah, you did. You committed a crime to humanity by bringing two racist pieces of shit of sons in this earth that caused one of our brothers to be in prison for 35 years. Yeah, that's a crime. That's a crime to humanity.
You're right. That's not my plan. I'm a real estate agent. I'm just a regular guy.
Used to be.
So was Joe. So was Paul. Was David.
It's about
I'm not saying I'm not getting peachy good at somebody, but I do.
Now, what about that jokes?
And that has every answer in life for you.
What about okay? That's money here. I understand that shit you talking about.
For real, I live your life. It even tells you if you do wrong things, it's what's going to happen.
There you go.
And if you choose, because the politics and religion,
like for family. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this morning. On this morning, thank you guys for being here. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Let's get the likes up, family. Let's get 300 likes in the building. Shout out to y'all.
really don't speak on a lot because everyone's entitled to their own opinion of that and your own interpretation of that.
Interpretation on fucking ass.
Yes, I'm Christian, but I don't look down at Muslim, or I don't look down at Hindus or Buddhists or anything else. If you have a higher power, you find that.
So why did your son look down Carmelo Anthony? Why did your son look down Carmelo Anthony? Because Carmelo Anthony wasn't bothering your son.
Fucking hell.
He put his hands on your son. Carmelo Anthony was just sitting down under a tent. And your son came and decided, right? Not this Christian shit that you talk.
Somebody wanted to die that day.
You trying to say
You
that?
say I'm out of here.
We see none of it inside of Austin, inside of Hunter. When they walked inside of that track meet, they had their mind on one thing and one thing only: violence, racism, bullying. From the moment that they walked inside of the stadium to the moment that they walked up under the tent, 6 minutes, Austin was dead. You raised, or that you didn't raise. You left those boys with Megan to raise.
And did.
Spiritual feeding of your soul. And you have good character. That's what you want to do. Because right now, when you're raising your kids,
Sure ain't got no good character.
because I'm going to ask a question. Anyone who was at the courthouse, and I know most all y'all were, you saw the stuff went on. Right? Those are somebody's parents. My question to them is, are you proud of what you're doing?
Yep.
And if your kids saw you, is that what you want them to learn? Is that how you want them to act?
Sometimes I be forgetting. Sometimes he just do you be forget how you be acting, Jim?
Austin Metcalf's father, wait,
Fuck you. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Fuck you. Your son's a convict and a killer. Forever. Then he made something racist up and go viral. Got a new name for Mellow, okay? Because he was such this little boy I was trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you?
well, now he's back. Wearing a TPUSA hat, the Charlie Kirsch.
But he want to talk about everybody else's behavior. That's what he want to do. Not understanding that this shit on the internet lives forever, yo. It's not going nowhere.
So the middle decay of this is, as parents, it's up to us, not your teachers who spend 8 hours the day with the kids. But you gotta spend time.
Shout out to from downtown coming in with the special chat.
Don't miss
There ain't no love. Like
it.
why
You gotta spend time.
hate? Ooh, read that again.
How much time?
There ain't no love. Like white Christian hate. Mm. Oh, from downtown for that word right there. Appreciate you, bro.
What's up, Bill?
With your kids. Don't stick them in front of the Xbox and go fix dinner. Grow social media. This is the problem. The disconnect. This is the problem we have with families right now. The disconnect, the dysfunction.
So why did you divorce and leave your family?
Mm.
You want to talk about everybody else's family, the disconnect, and people not raising their children. You talk about black fathers and all that. Why you wasn't in the home with your family?
It was just connected.
And this is the reason why your sons turned out the way they did, because you wasn't there, Jeff. This is how I know that y'all are very stupid, very low IQ. Y'all supposed to be the high IQ people. You trying to teach people about parenthood and holding a higher moral high ground.
That because
We see a degenerate, a former alcoholic, a criminal, sons who've been arrested for racist graffiti, bullying people at their schools, bullying their teachers.
he's a racist.
You being a racist.
Amen.
Nobody is behind you, supporting you. Nobody in your family. You always by yourself.
Oh.
We never see you with a wife, never see you with a girlfriend. We never see you with her. Begging is never seen next to you. And that says a lot. Your ex-wife don't even want to sing with you.
Communication is key. My versus drill it in their head. You drill it. Make any choice you want in life, which you are not free from the consequences.
Well, there we have it.
Questions we got? Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you want to end it on those?
So do you have any ideas for what, the format would look like? Is this going to be very professionals, potentially workshops where people could, come to a physical location to learn a little bit more about conflict resolution, de-escalation, or workshops specifically for parents, which
Are they taking it serious? He can't teach about something he don't know nothing about.
So I will assist with programming and developing using some of the tools already have. But pretty much all of the above. Going to the school is one piece, because I was telling someone earlier, just to go talk to the kid, that won't
You know
work.
what this remind me of? Generation Destination. Mm-hmm. Generation Destination. And I don't forget his name. The black man. He said he ran behind Jeff. I think he got put out the press conference. And y'all kept going up to that white man restaurant saying, let me help you be great. Let me help you build generational wealth for you and your family. Mm-hmm.
And if Armin managed earlier this week, you can't just show it when there's a crime and think you're going to solve the issue. So it would be very detailed, ongoing. We need to be able to communicate with those who want to be better. Weekly. And so those are some of the things that we will put in place for the foundation. There's some things I already do now. I see the foundation.
Targeting black children.
I see Jeff, because he's living. He'll always live it. To be able to have a voice for those that listen. Nobody wants a foundation itself have a platform that teaches, that educates, that empowers, and that can say, this is what we did with this mom and this kid. But that's probably 60 days down the road. Right now, would just be trying to get it.
White children need a father.
Don't let a momentary decision ruin your life. It's loss of life. That's incarceration. Because that's all he's
Okay.
going to do right now. And would it been a thought of
Being that he only believes that Carmelo should have did something different, not his son. I'm telling you, they targeting black children. They want to try to teach black children. Let it happen. Don't fight back.
walk away. Mhm. They don't ever want this to happen again. Look at how many times they're successful versus this. Mm-hmm. That's what they doing. You see how that black woman stood up? She said, "Okay, where can I help you?" Ha. A lot of black people gonna flock to them. Take their children to them. That's why Malcolm said you got to get them out the way. Yep, gotta get them on out the way.
Foundation. You still have to fundraise. You have to have someone to believe. And as those things come to life, it'll be the new one. That's kind of bad now. But I've been asked to speak at Mar-a-Lago November 17th. I was honored to be even considered for that. Yes, ma'am. So,
Nobody surprised.
Wait, Mar-a-Lago, this Trump shit.
Yep.
He's been invited to speak at Mar-a-Lago. Wait, this Trump family. What's that?
Girl, you better
I
know
heard that name before. Like, what is that? That's a school, or they got something to do with Trump or something. Let me know what that is.
Mm. We all know those evil demons' behavior will continue. It's never going to stop. Exactly.